the post that you had did on. Okay.
Me to talk.
This. Well,
like what even make?
Be taking my goddamn. Kind of had some blessing in disguise, being in pull-ups.
They look like some
those type of. Cause I could do so much better in car. I mean, antics down. I had saw. Well, I like you stupid that you've been talking to.
The door slammed so hard the mirrors rattled, and in that split second, everyone in the building knew something had gone terribly wrong. What was supposed to be just another glamorous night behind the scenes turned into absolute chaos when Rasheeda allegedly lost it on Jasmine in the dressing room, an explosive confrontation so intense that even seasoned crew members were left frozen in shock. Fans are stunned, insiders are whispering, and the fallout from this moment is already threatening to tear alliances apart. It all started with tension that had been simmering for weeks. Smiles on camera, side eyes off camera, compliments that felt more like insults. And then, behind a locked dressing room door, everything boiled over. Sources say voices were raised, tears were shed, and accusations flew faster than anyone could keep up. One minute, the room was quiet except for the hum of hairdryers and curling irons. The next, screaming, crying, and a moment so raw that people are still trying to process what they heard. Fans are shocked because Rasheeda has always been known as composed, calculated, and unshakable under pressure. Jasmine, on the other hand, has built a reputation for speaking her mind, no matter who it upsets. So when these two collided in the most private, unfiltered way possible, it was bound to be explosive. Emotions ran high as years of unresolved tension, whispered rumors, and unspoken resentment finally came spilling out. According to those nearby, the argument wasn't just about one comment or one incident, it was about loyalty, respect, and betrayal. Words like fake, snake, and I trusted you echoed through the hallway, leaving everyone wondering what secret had just been exposed. One insider claims Rasheeda was shaking with anger, while Jasmine refused to back down, standing her ground even as the situation escalated beyond control. What makes this moment even more jaw-dropping is who might have overheard it. Friends, family members, and production staff were allegedly just feet away, listening as the confrontation spiraled into something no one could stop. The family was left divided, lines were drawn, and suddenly everyone had to choose a side. And now, fans everywhere are asking the same question: what really happened in that dressing room? Was this a breaking point years in the making, or did one shocking revelation change everything in an instant? Because if the rumors are true, this fight didn't just end with raised voices, it may have changed relationships forever. The hallway outside the dressing rooms was buzzing with nervous energy long before the cameras were supposed to roll again, and everyone could feel it in their bones that something was about to happen. Whispers floated from makeup chairs to wardrobe racks, assistants leaned in closer than usual, and even the most talkative crew members suddenly went quiet. Rasheeda had arrived earlier than expected, her face calm but her eyes sharp, scanning the room as if she already knew what she was walking into. Jasmine came in not long after, laughing a little too loudly, flipping her hair as if nothing in the world could touch her. But those who knew her best could tell that her smile was tight, forced, and hiding something deeper. For weeks, there had been tension building between them, the kind of tension that never shows up fully on camera but lives in the pauses, the side glances, the way one person leaves the room just as the other walks in. Fans are shocked now, but insiders say this fight was a long time coming. It all started with small comments, little digs that could be brushed off as jokes. Jasmine would say something slick in interviews, and Rasheeda would respond with silence, the kind that speaks louder than any clapback. Emotions ran high behind the scenes as rumors began to swirl about who was loyal and who was playing both sides. That afternoon, the dressing room felt smaller than usual. Racks of clothes crowded the walls, mirrors lined with lights reflected every movement, every expression. Rasheeda sat down slowly in front of her mirror, her reflection staring back at her like a warning. She didn't say a word at first. Jasmine, already in the room, caught her reflection too, and for a moment, their eyes met in the mirror. Neither smiled, neither looked away. "So we're really doing this today?" Jasmine finally said, her voice light but edged with challenge. Rasheeda took a deep breath, still not turning around. "Doing what?" she asked calmly, too calmly. "Acting like I don't exist," Jasmine replied, crossing her arms. "You've been real quiet lately." Rasheeda let out a slow laugh, shaking her head. "Quiet doesn't mean clueless," she said, finally turning her chair to face Jasmine. "And that's the part you keep forgetting." The air shifted instantly. Makeup artists paused mid-brush. A stylist near the door pretended to check her phone, but everyone was listening. Jasmine's smile faded. If you got something to say, just say it, she snapped. I'm tired of the fake energy. That word hung heavy in the room. Fake. Rasheeda stood up, her chair scraping loudly against the floor. Don't talk to me about fake, she said, her voice rising for the first time. You smile in my face and then run your mouth the second I turn my back. Jasmine's eyes widened. Excuse me? I never said anything I wouldn't say to you directly. That's a lie, Rasheeda shot back. And you know it. What started as a tense exchange quickly spiraled into something deeper. Jasmine stepped closer, refusing to be intimidated. You mad because people finally seeing the truth? She said. Are you mad because you can't control the narrative no more? Rasheeda clenched her fists. Don't play with me, she warned. I've protected you more than you'll ever admit. That's when the accusations started flying. Jasmine accused Rasheeda of throwing her under the bus to save her own image. Rasheeda accused Jasmine of leaking private conversations and turning friends into enemies. Emotions ran high as voices grew louder, echoing off the walls. A producer knocked lightly on the door, then thought better of it and walked away. I trusted you, Rasheeda said, her voice breaking just slightly. I brought you around my people. My family. Jasmine scoffed. Don't put that on me, she said. Your family was already divided. I just stopped pretending not to see it. That sentence hit like a slap. Rasheeda's eyes flashed with anger and hurt. You don't get to speak on my family, she shouted. You crossed a line. The argument escalated fast. Hands waved, fingers pointed, tears forming but not falling yet. Jasmine accused Rasheeda of using her for a storyline, of acting brand new once the cameras were on. Rasheeda fired back, accusing Jasmine of clout chasing and betrayal. Fans are shocked hearing about the things that were said in that room, words that cut deeper than any on-camera argument ever could. Outside the door, people gathered, unsure whether to step in or stay out. Someone whispered that security should be called. Another said this was personal, that it had nothing to do with the show anymore. The family was left divided before they even knew what was happening, because news travels fast in a place like this. You wanna know why I'm really mad? Rasheeda said, her voice shaking now, the calm completely gone. Because I believed you. Jasmine's face softened for just a second, but then she hardened again. Maybe that was your mistake, she replied. That was the moment everything changed. Rasheeda stepped back, as if hit by the weight of that statement. For a brief second, it looked like the fight might end there, with silence and regret. But instead, it pushed Rasheeda over the edge. She laughed, a sharp, humorless sound. Nah, she said, my mistake was thinking you were different. The room felt like it was on fire. Emotions ran high as Jasmine fired back, and my mistake was thinking you were real. Voices overlapped, words blurred together, and the argument reached a volume that could no longer be ignored. A door down the hall opened, someone gasped, and suddenly this private confrontation wasn't so private anymore. Fans are shocked not just by the fight itself, but by how raw and unfiltered it was, stripped of edits and confessionals. Rasheeda grabbed her bag, hands shaking. We done, she said firmly. Don't speak on me again. Jasmine laughed bitterly. Trust me, I won't, she said. But the truth always comes out. Rasheeda paused at the door, turning back one last time. Her eyes were glossy, her voice low. Just remember, she said, you the one who started this. As the door slammed behind her, Jasmine stood alone in the dressing room, chest rising and falling fast. The mirrors reflected her expression, a mix of anger, hurt, and something that looked a lot like regret. Outside, people rushed to Rasheeda, asking if she was okay, while whispers spread like wildfire. No one knew exactly what had been said, but everyone knew one thing for sure. Whatever happened in that dressing room was only the beginning, and the fallout was about to be bigger than anyone could imagine. Outside the dressing room, Rasheeda didn't get far before the weight of what just happened finally caught up to her. She leaned against the wall, closing her eyes as if trying to steady herself, but her breathing was uneven, sharp. A producer rushed over, whispering her name, asking if she needed water, if she wanted to take a break, if she wanted security. Rasheeda waved them off, wiping under her eyes quickly, refusing to let anyone see just how much Jasmine's words had cut her. Fans are shocked now, but in that moment, it wasn't about fans or cameras. It was personal. Inside the dressing room, Jasmine stood frozen for several seconds after the door slammed. The room was suddenly too quiet. The buzzing lights, the hum of the air conditioner, the faint noise of voices in the hallway all felt louder than before. She looked at her reflection, jaw tight, eyes blazing. Whatever, she muttered to herself, though the crack in her voice betrayed her. Emotions ran high, and even she couldn't deny that something had shifted for good. A stylist cautiously stepped back into the room. You good? She asked softly. Jasmine didn't answer right away. She picked up her phone, scrolled aimlessly, then finally said, "Yeah. I'm good," but the way her hands trembled told a different story. Meanwhile, Rasheeda was ushered into a small production office away from the chaos. Kirk was already there, having heard bits and pieces through the grapevine. The moment he saw her face, his expression hardened. "What happened?" he asked, standing up. Rasheeda let out a shaky breath. "Don't," she said. "I don't even want to talk about it right now." But Kirk wasn't letting it go. "Was it Jasmine?" he pressed. Rasheeda laughed bitterly. "Who else?" Kirk shook his head slowly. "I knew this was gonna blow up," he said. "I told you she was messy." That word again. Messy. Rasheeda snapped her head up. "No," she said firmly. "Don't put this all on her. I trusted her. That's on me." Kirk frowned. "So what did she say?" Rasheeda hesitated, then her voice dropped. "She brought up the family," she said. "She crossed lines she had no business crossing." Kirk's jaw clenched. "Nah," he said. "That's not okay." As they talked, the story was already spreading. Assistants whispered to producers. Producers texted executives. Within minutes, other cast members were blowing up group chats, demanding to know what happened. Fans are shocked by how fast things escalated, but behind the scenes, the machine never sleeps. Back in the hallway, Jasmine finally emerged from the dressing room. Eyes immediately turned toward her. Conversation stopped mid-sentence. She lifted her chin, putting on a brave face. "What?" she snapped at no one in particular. "Y'all never seen an argument before?" One castmate shook her head. "Not like that," she said under her breath. Jasmine rolled her eyes and walked past, but whispers followed her like a shadow. "I heard Rasheeda was crying. I heard Jasmine went too far. I heard secrets came out." The family was left divided already, even though no one had the full story. Later that evening, filming resumed, but the energy was completely off. Rasheeda sat on one side of the set, Jasmine on the other. They didn't look at each other. Didn't acknowledge each other. The cameras caught the tension, the stiff body language, the forced smiles. Fans are shocked when they see the footage later, sensing something wrong even before knowing the details. During a break, a longtime friend pulled Jasmine aside. "Why would you poke the bear like that?" she asked. "You know Rasheeda don't play about her family." Jasmine scoffed. "Everybody got a breaking point," she said. "Today was hers. Or yours," the friend replied quietly. That comment lingered with Jasmine longer than she wanted to admit. That night, social media exploded with speculation. Blurry photos of Rasheeda leaving the building early. Tweets hinting at a backstage blow-up. Cryptic Instagram stories from Jasmine that read, "Truth hurts." Fans are shocked, dissecting every post, every emoji, every like. Emotions ran high online just as they had behind closed doors. Rasheeda stayed quiet, but that silence only fueled the fire. Friends and family started calling, asking what happened, asking if she was okay. Her mom left a voicemail telling her to protect her peace. Kirk told her to stay off social media. But Jasmine did the opposite. She went live late that night, sitting in her car, makeup still flawless but eyes tired. "I'm not gonna let nobody paint me as the villain," she said to thousands of viewers. "I spoke my truth. That's it." Comments flooded in. Some supported her. Others dragged her. "You disrespected her. You went too far." Team Rasheeda. The family was left divided not just on set but online too. Rasheeda watched the live from her bed, phone glowing in the dark. She shook her head slowly, tears finally falling. "She really doing this?" she whispered. Kirk sat beside her, anger simmering. "She wants attention," he said. "Don't give it to her." But the damage was done. The next day, producers called a mandatory meeting. Everyone was tense as they gathered in the conference room. Jasmine sat on one end, Rasheeda on the other. The air was thick. "We can't have this kind of situation again," a producer said carefully. "Whatever happened yesterday crossed professional lines." Rasheeda spoke up, her voice steady but cold. "I don't have a problem being professional," she said. "I have a problem with betrayal." Jasmine leaned forward. "Betrayal?" She laughed. "Girl, please." Rasheeda's eyes narrowed. "See?" she said. "This is exactly what I'm talking about." Voices started overlapping again. Accusations resurfaced. Producers stepped in, trying to calm things down. Emotions ran high, and it was clear there was no resolution in sight. After the meeting, Jasmine cornered Rasheeda near the elevators. "You gonna keep acting like I'm the enemy?" she asked. Rasheeda didn't hesitate. "You made yourself one," she replied. Jasmine shook her head. "This ain't over," she said quietly. Rasheeda met her gaze. "I know," she said. "And that's the sad part." As the elevator doors closed between them, both women stood on opposite sides, knowing deep down that this fight had grown bigger than a single argument. Fans are shocked, but what they don't know yet is that this confrontation has set off a chain reaction that will pull in friends, family, and secrets that were never meant to see the light of day. The calm before the storm was officially over. The next morning started with tension hanging in the air like fog that refused to lift. Rasheeda arrived on set early again, but this time she wasn't just guarded, she was distant. Her energy had shifted from anger to something colder, more controlled, and that scared people more than the shouting from the day before. Jasmine arrived later, sunglasses on indoors, phone pressed to her ear as she spoke in hushed tones. Fans are shocked by how quickly the lines were drawn, because by noon, it was clear that nobody was neutral anymore. A close friend of Rasheeda pulled her aside near craft services, voice low. "You okay for real?" she asked. Rasheeda nodded slowly. "I will be," she said. "Just not right now." Across the room, Jasmine was telling a different story. She laughed loudly with two castmates, but every few seconds her eyes darted toward Rasheeda, checking, measuring. Emotions ran high beneath the surface, even when smiles were forced. Production tried to keep things moving, but the tension bled into everything. Scenes had to be rearranged. Call times shifted. At one point, filming stopped altogether when Jasmine refused to walk into a room knowing Rasheeda was already there. "I'm not doing that," she said flatly. "Not today." A producer sighed. "We need you both," he said. "Then tell her to apologize," Jasmine snapped. Word traveled fast. When Rasheeda heard Jasmine wanted an apology, she laughed in disbelief. "For what?" she asked. "For calling out disrespect?" Kirk, who had been quiet all morning, finally spoke up. "This is turning into a mess," he said. "And it's not just between y'all anymore." He was right. The family was left divided as messages started flying in from people who weren't even present. Cousins, friends, old associates, everyone had an opinion. Some told Rasheeda to stand her ground. Others warned her that Jasmine was spinning her own version of events. Fans are shocked at how quickly the narrative began to fracture. That afternoon, Jasmine did another interview, this time with a blogger known for stirring the pot. She didn't name names directly, but everyone knew who she was talking about. "Some people smile in your face and move funny behind the scenes," she said. "I'm not the type to stay quiet." When the clip hit social media, Rasheeda saw it within minutes. Her phone buzzed nonstop. Kirk watched her face change as she listened. "She really doing this?" he said quietly. Rasheeda stood up. "I'm done being quiet," she said. Later that day, Rasheeda sat down with producers for her own interview. The lights were bright, the room silent. When asked about Jasmine, she paused, choosing her words carefully. "I don't fall out with people for no reason," she said. "When loyalty is broken, I move accordingly." Fans are shocked by the contrast. Jasmine emotional and fiery. Rasheeda calm but cutting. Emotions ran high on both sides, and viewers could feel it building towards something bigger. Behind the scenes, Jasmine felt the pressure too. Despite her bold front, cracks were starting to show. She vented to a friend in the parking lot, pacing back and forth. "They making me look crazy," she said. "Like I just snapped for no reason." "Did you go too far?" the friend asked. Jasmine stopped pacing. "Maybe," she admitted quietly. "But I'm not backing down." That night, a group dinner was scheduled, something production hoped would ease tensions. It did the opposite. Rasheeda arrived with Kirk, composed and quiet. Jasmine came in moments later, energy loud, laughter forced. When they sat at opposite ends of the table, the divide was impossible to ignore. Conversation was awkward. Forks clinked. Glasses clinked. Nobody mentioned the elephant in the room until Jasmine finally broke the silence. "So we just pretending yesterday didn't happen?" she asked. Rasheeda didn't look up from her plate. "I don't pretend," she said. "I observe." Jasmine rolled her eyes. "See, that's that fake calm," she said. "Say what you really want to say." Rasheeda looked up then, eyes steady. "I already did," she replied. In the dressing room, the table went silent. Emotions ran high as everyone waited to see what Jasmine would do next. "You embarrassed me," Jasmine said suddenly. In front of everybody. Rasheeda leaned back. "You embarrassed yourself," she said. "I just stopped covering for you." That was the moment the dinner went left. Voices rose. Accusations resurfaced. Jasmine accused Rasheeda of playing victim. Rasheeda accused Jasmine of betrayal. The family was left divided right there at the table, with some people nodding along with Rasheeda and others whispering support to Jasmine. A glass was knocked over. Someone stood up abruptly. Producers rushed in, trying to calm things down. Fans are shocked later watching how raw and messy it all became, but even that footage didn't capture the full intensity of the moment. Jasmine stood, pointing across the table. "This ain't over," she said. "You think I'm done talking?" "Nah." Rasheeda didn't raise her voice. Do what you gotta do, she said. Just don't lie on me. Those words hit Jasmine hard. She hesitated, then stormed out, leaving the table in chaos. Emotions ran high long after she left, with people arguing about who was right and who had crossed the line. Later that night, Jasmine posted a cryptic message online. When the mask slips, pay attention. Fans are shocked, dissecting it within minutes. Rasheeda didn't respond publicly, but those close to her say she was hurt more than she let on. Behind closed doors, Rasheeda questioned herself. She replayed the fight, the words, the looks. Did I handle it wrong? She asked Kirk. He shook his head. You handled it honestly, he said. Not everybody can deal with that. Meanwhile, Jasmine sat alone in her apartment, scrolling through comments. Some praised her for speaking out. Others dragged her mercilessly. Emotions ran high as she tossed her phone aside, frustration bubbling over. Why does it feel like I'm losing? She whispered. Because she was. Not in popularity, not yet, but in control. The narrative was slipping, and she could feel it. The next day brought another twist. A mutual friend reached out to Rasheeda with screenshots, messages, timestamps, proof that Jasmine had shared private conversations with people outside the circle. Rasheeda stared at her phone, heart pounding. This is it, she said softly. This is what I needed. Fans are shocked when they eventually learn that the dressing room fight was only the surface. Beneath it were secrets, receipts, and betrayals that were about to come to light. And as Rasheeda prepared to confront Jasmine one more time, it was clear that this story was far from over. What started as words behind a closed door was now spiraling into something that could change everything. Rasheeda didn't sleep that night. The screenshots kept replaying in her mind like a loop she couldn't shut off. Every timestamp, every familiar phrase twisted her stomach tighter. By sunrise, she wasn't angry anymore. She was resolved, the kind of calm that comes right before a storm. She got dressed slowly, deliberately, as if preparing for something inevitable. Kirk watched her from the doorway, sensing the shift. You sure you want to go there? He asked. Rasheeda didn't look up. She already went there, she said quietly. I'm just responding. When she arrived on set, the energy was instantly different. Word had spread that receipts existed. People whispered even more than usual, phones clutched tight, eyes darting between Rasheeda and Jasmine like they were watching a ticking time bomb. Fans are shocked by how quickly power dynamics can change, and behind the scenes, everyone could feel Jasmine's confidence slipping. Jasmine arrived late again, but this time her bravado was gone. She moved cautiously, sensing the shift without fully understanding it yet. When she saw Rasheeda sitting calmly with a producer, smiling faintly, her chest tightened. Emotions ran high as paranoia crept in. What's going on? She asked a friend under her breath. The friend hesitated. People saying Rasheeda got proof, she whispered. Messages. Jasmine laughed, but it sounded hollow. Proof of what? The friend shrugged. You tell me. Filming began, but Jasmine couldn't focus. Every glance from Rasheeda felt loaded. Every whisper felt like it was about her. Finally, during a break, she cornered Rasheeda near the back hallway. So you got something you want to say? Jasmine asked, trying to sound unbothered. Rasheeda met her gaze calmly. Not here, she said. Not like this. Jasmine scoffed. Oh, now you want to be private? Rasheeda leaned in just enough for only Jasmine to hear. You didn't give me that courtesy, she said. But I'm still gonna do it right. That rattled Jasmine more than yelling ever could. She stepped back, eyes narrowing. You threatening me? Rasheeda straightened up. I'm done protecting you. The words echoed. Jasmine stood there, stunned, as Rasheeda walked away. Fans are shocked later when they hear about this moment, because it marked the exact second Jasmine realized she might have underestimated her. Hours later, producers called both women into a closed-door meeting. No cameras, no cast, just them and two executives. The air was thick, uncomfortable. Rasheeda sat composed, phone face down on the table. Jasmine fidgeted, leg bouncing nervously. We need clarity, one executive said. This situation is escalating. Rasheeda nodded. I agree, she said. Then she flipped her phone over and slid it across the table. Jasmine's eyes widened as she read. Color drained from her face with every swipe. That's taken out of context, she said quickly. You don't know what I meant. Rasheeda remained calm. Then explain why you sent my private messages to people who don't even know me, she said. Explain why you twisted my words. Jasmine's voice cracked. I felt attacked, she said. I was venting. Venting? Rasheeda repeated. You called bloggers. That's not venting. Silence filled the room. The family was left divided even in that moment because loyalty had officially been broken beyond repair. Emotions ran high as Jasmine realized there was no talking her way out of this. After the meeting, Jasmine locked herself in a bathroom and cried. Real tears. Messy mascara. The image she worked so hard to maintain was crumbling. A producer knocked gently. "You okay?" Jasmine wiped her face. "No," she admitted. "I think I messed up." Meanwhile, Rasheeda stepped outside, breathing in fresh air. She didn't feel victorious. She felt tired. "Why does betrayal hurt this much?" she asked Kirk later. "Because you cared," he said simply. Social media exploded again that evening. A blogger teased that receipts are coming. Fans are shocked, speculating wildly. Team Jasmine, Team Rasheeda, think pieces. Reaction videos. Emotions ran high everywhere. Jasmine tried damage control. She posted a long message about mental health, about being misunderstood. Some sympathized, others weren't buying it. The family was left divided online just like on set. The next day, Rasheeda made a decision. She wasn't going to drag this out publicly. Instead, she confronted Jasmine one last time, privately, in the same dressing room where it all began. The room felt heavy with history. "Why?" Rasheeda asked softly. "Why me?" Jasmine looked down. "Because you mattered," she said. "And I felt like I was losing you." Rasheeda shook her head. "You lost me the moment you betrayed me." Jasmine's shoulders slumped. "I didn't mean for it to go this far." "It always goes this far when you don't stop yourself," Rasheeda replied. There was no screaming this time. No insults. Just exhaustion. Emotions ran high in a quieter, sadder way. The fight had burned itself out, leaving only damage behind. When they walked out separately, everyone knew it was over. Not just the friendship, the alliance, the trust. Fans are shocked when they realize this wasn't about one argument or one dressing room fight. It was about choices, ego, and lines that once crossed can never be uncrossed. And as the cameras kept rolling, one thing became clear to everyone watching closely. This story still wasn't finished. Because when trust breaks this deeply, the aftershocks don't fade quietly. They ripple outward, pulling everyone into the fallout, and the biggest twist was still waiting to be revealed. And now it's on you. After everything you just heard, every word exchanged, every tear shed, every line crossed, the biggest question still hangs in the air. Who was really wrong, and who was pushed to the edge? Fans are shocked, emotions ran high, and the family was left divided, but the truth depends on how you see it. Did Rasheeda finally stand up for herself after too many betrayals, or did Jasmine speak a truth that nobody wanted to hear? This is the kind of drama that doesn't end when the cameras stop rolling, and you know it. If you've been watching closely, you already feel the tension lingering. The silence between them, the looks that say more than words ever could. And now the future is wide open. Will there be an apology? Will there be another blow-up even bigger than the dressing room fight? Or is this the kind of fallout that never really heals? Because once trust is broken this deeply, it changes everything. So now we want to hear from you. Whose side are you on, and why? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't hold back, because this conversation is far from over. Read what other fans are saying, debate it out, and let your voice be heard. Your opinion matters more than ever in moments like this, when the story can go in 100 different directions. And if this drama had your heart racing, if you found yourself replaying scenes in your head, trying to catch every detail, make sure you hit that like button. It lets us know you want more stories like this, more behind-the-scenes drama, more moments that leave fans stunned and talking for days. Every like helps keep these stories coming straight to you. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. You don't want to miss what happens next, because if you think this was intense, trust me, the next chapter could be even messier. Subscriptions mean you're locked in for every twist, every revelation, every jaw-dropping moment that no one saw coming. And turn on notifications so you're the first to know when the next video drops. No waiting, no spoilers, just instant access to the drama everyone will be talking about. Because in this world, things change fast, alliances flip overnight, and the truth has a way of coming out when you least expect it. Share this video with someone who lives for reality TV chaos, someone who always has an opinion, someone who loves to argue about who was right and who crossed the line. Start the conversation, because drama is always better when everyone's involved. This story may have started in a dressing room, but it doesn't end here. Something tells us this fallout is only getting started, and you'll want to be right here when the next bomb drops. Stay tuned, stay vocal, and stay ready, because the drama isn't done with you yet.